Hello everyone, Glenn Games here, back with another Let's Play here on the channel. This is going to be something new, this is going to be something I'm really looking forward to doing, because I actually have played a lot of this game. I have played more than 500 hours of this game. This game is so fun. Of course, as you can tell, it's another Paradox game. A lot of you might have heard of it if you know anything about Paradox. This is Crusader Kings 2. What it is, it's a role-playing game. You take control of a family, like in the start of like the early ages, and then you got the old gods, which is like your Viking times, and then I'll show you the realm so that way you kind of know what we're dealing with. But then you got Stamford Bridge, which is like the start of kingdoms in this game. Like it's been forever long since. I mean, in Charlemagne and in the Old Gods, it's really just not really kingdomy. It's just broken up into, like, realms. But this is when you start to actually get kingdoms. We're going to be playing on the William the Conqueror scenario. This is when William the Conqueror, of course, the Norman, takes over England, knocks out the Saxon king, and becomes the new king. He's really crazy, and they actually changed his picture, too, which is new, and it's way different from the last time I played. I want to play as a mere count. I don't want to play as a duke. I don't even want to play as the king. I want to play as a count. I want to make a family and then bring it up to a beautiful, crazy, amazing kingdom / empire, if we can actually get it to be that. I want to do something crazy. I want to make it to where we are the ruling family in the country that we play as, but I want to start in a country that's already formed. So that already knocks out Ireland, which, if you guys have played this game before, Ireland is Newbie Island. Ireland is the place where if you don't know the game, you start out in Ireland, because nobody really attacks you in Ireland. You're kind of on your own. I don't know if they patched that, but as I know, that's what it is. So, I'm going to play in England, because this is where a lot of the action happens. This is where a lot of your assassination attempts happen, where your intrigue happens, where people try to fabricate claims and try to get goals to basically, at the end of the day, become the King of England. You can do it. It can be done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Count of Norfolk. But I'm not going to play as this de Gaulle person. That's not happening. We're making our own family. And you can do this by the range of DLCs that they have for this game. Paradox is keen for having their crazy amount of DLCs. We are not going to be Britain, even though I am of Celtic descent. I am Irish, like 80% Irish. I don't have the accent, of course, because I was born and raised in America, where they don't have that accent, but I am Irish. My ancestors are from Ireland. Northern Ireland, though, so I guess you could say they're English, but that's a story for another day. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our guy not really up with the times, but we're going to make our guy, if I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? Is it here? What would it be under, dang it? It's not Celtic, it's not Latin. It's not Germanic. I know what I'm wanting, but I don't know where it would be. It's not Magyar, it's not Iranian, it's not East African. What is this? No. I could find this. No. Central Germanic, no. West Germanic. Let's just make him English. I was gonna make him Norman. I guess that would be French, wouldn't it? I would think that would be French. It wouldn't be Latin. Actually, it would be. I'm gonna make him Norman, because the king is Norman. So I'm gonna make him Norman. We're gonna make that just boost of we are the same kind of people. We come from the same kind of background. Normans, if you guys do not know, is this Normandy. It's right here. It's a little duchy. It's pretty good. I don't think they actually have the duchy made, unless it's like right there, and I could just be lying. But this is not what our guy's gonna look like. He looks terrible. We're gonna make him look amazing. We're gonna have these eyes. I think these eyes are nice. We're gonna have a longer nose, but I don't like that chin. Chin is not okay. We need to have a good chin. No. What was the one we had? Yeah, I like that chin. I don't like his facial hair. We'll change that later. His mouth. Yeah, that's good. His neck needs to be full. Cheeks need to be full. You cannot look like you're poor if you're a count. At least, because when you're a count, you start to become wealthy. You're not really good, but you're up there. Ears are fine. We're not going to change that. Eye color, I want it to be blue. Hairstyle, I don't like any of these hairstyles that they have on this guy. No. There we go. That's a good hairstyle. I want it to be blonde, though. Like as blonde as possible. And we're going to make... Yeah! But I want to change his eyes then if we're going to do something like that. There we go. That is the perfect Norman. What do I want as my coat of arms? I usually don't do... Let's make it plain. I should skip past this because I bet it's kind of annoying, but... We'll do this. We'll make, where's the... Yeah, there we go. And then... We'll make it a nice blue with a darker blue outline. There we go. That'll be our coat of arms. Looks nice. That's not what our guy looks like, and I really hope he doesn't change to that, because that's going to be really annoying. His name, to start this whole thing, he will be... Henry... What's a good English last name? I don't know, because back in the Middle Ages, you would do mostly of, like, what your profession was. You know, I'm just going to do it Henry Jones. I'm just going to have it be my last name, which is Jones, if you guys didn't. I'm not going to really start him off as much. I'm going to start him off as... Yeah, an unhanded rogue, because you get +3 to diplomacy, -1 to martial, but fertility's a 5%, which is always good for making them babies. You gotta make them babies. We're gonna cross out wounded because we don't want to do wounded. I mean, we're gonna want to have wounded on here, so that way we can have traits that are gonna be amazing. Like quick. Quick is gonna be good. We're only 23, which is awesome. Then we can put some negative traits. Lustful, we're gonna want in there, even though it doesn't give me a prestige hit or an age hit. It's going to help out later on for making children, even if I get into a few affairs. Fine. I'm going to be a glutton, because why not? Stewardship is down to church opinion, attraction opinion. It's not that good, but being a glutton isn't that bad. It's not. Actually, cross that. I'm not going to be a glutton, because that takes down... It does take down a lot. 10. We'll see something else that's worth taking. Deceitful. I don't mind being a little deceitful, but I want my diplomacy to be the biggest thing. Shy, no. Cynical, I always like, because it just hits your church opinion, and that's fine. Monthly piety goes down, that's fine. Trustworthy, that's good. What are we, 17? 17. Oh, yeah, because I forgot you're an adult in this game at 6. Oh, they added some things. Stubborn? Vassal opinion -5, though. It's not a nice trait. I don't want my vassals to hate me. Start. I want to be kind, which would add 5 years. It'd make me 22, a little older, but actually not that bad of an age. I don't like anything that's going to give me a hit on my diplomacy. I don't like the attraction opinion on that, but the attraction opinion is going to make me not okay. I'm not making my dude homosexual, because that's going to be terrible for making children. I think we'll be fine. I think 22... To start, I think that'll be fine. So we're going to be wounded, quick, which is going to give us a lot of stuff. Lustful, cynical, trustworthy, and kind. It'll make us so... Why did it change it to that? I don't want him. I want this guy. Why does it change it to him? He's not... That's not a Norman. We'll make him English, I guess, then. What is it? It's Western Germanic. English. It still changes him to this. Does it change? Please tell me that changes. I hope that's not a bug, because I don't want to play with that. We've made him this guy. And I would like him to continue being this guy. I don't like that, how it changes to that, but I hope, if it doesn't do it, we'll make the best of what we got. I mean, really, because I'm not going to want to change it by that point. It's not going to make much of a difference. We already got our dude. So let's start. Wow, that's 10 minutes alone just to make the character, but that's fine. Because it's good to explain what we're going to be coming down. So we're going to be doing a complete role play of this. It's going to be so fun. What we're going to do. Oh, good, it didn't change us. And I have a scar. Cool. Okay. I'm not playing with Conclave, even though I have it on. I don't like the DLC Conclave. It's just not up to my liking, and I'd rather just play the game without it. Unless you guys want to see Conclave come in, which I don't know by this point if I can actually add it. But we are a count. We are the Count of Norfolk. We have come from the beautiful Norman lands up in North France with an ambition. We were a poor orphan child. We never knew who our parents were, and we wanted to move to England to make a name for ourselves. We stopped by in Middlesex just to do basically what an orphan does: steal for food, try to survive in the world like this. When we made our way to Essex and Suffolk, we made some friends. We got a little bit into talking about what it would actually be like to go into politics. Try to be somebody. Try to do something with your life. And when we got to Norfolk, the town was in disarray. They really didn't have a leader. They were about to kick out their other one. They needed somebody. And we stood up to the task. We told them, if you have me as your leader and drop this other guy that's not doing anything, I'm going to make it to where we'll make something of this land. We are going to prosper like any others. We're going to be better than the greatest dukes in England. And they loved it. And they put me in, and now I am here at 22 years of age to support the king, my Norman king, in the great endeavors. So that's how we're going to start this. It's going to be great. We're going to make the Jones family amazing. First thing we're going to want to do to start is we're going to want to get the Chancellor and everybody appointed, basically. So, I'm going to want the best guy with diplomacy, right here. Looks like that's you, and you're Norman, so me and you are going to get along. We got a Marshal, 12, I like it. You're Anglo-Saxon, but as long as you guys have a positive opinion of me, we're fine. What is this, our Steward? You are a 13, I like it. I like that. And then we have a 10, but you're negative. But we have another 10, so we're going to put the old guy in at least until he dies. And then we'll put the young guy in. So, we need to pick a character focus, which is going to be to start family, because it gives us a 25% fertility, and plus we have no children, we have no wife, we need to make a family. We're 22 years old, we have to do something, we have to pass this on to the next generation. We gotta pick an ambition too, we have to have an ambition. The first thing, of course, we're gonna want to do is hopefully get married, find our little, special someone. Yes, we're gonna want to do that, even though we're lustful, so it's gonna be a little hard to trust me when it comes to women. But at that point, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. We have to look for somebody who's of age, who's a little bit young, like her. She's 16. I like it. She's from the Duchy of Salerno, which is fine. We wouldn't get a military, alliance from this, but that's fine. She's 16. That's gonna make it to where we're gonna have a good bit of kid. Is she chaste? She is chaste though, which isn't fine, but I think we can work past that. The chaste is it's only a 15%, and my 25% on my family focus is gonna overtake that. Plus we're gonna get some prestige to do this. That's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna want to do that. We have no heir to our dynasty, which of course we know. Hopefully that'll change. We will lose our title, and we are not married. So now we're able to tick time. We're actually able to go with this. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to make this completely roleplay. Like, I'm going to act like what my children want to do and everything like that. Oh, good. 10 gold really isn't going to help me too much, so I want to get the extra prestige boost. The more prestige you get, the better your people are going to like you. The next thing I'm going to want to do is have a son, which I think is going to give us another fertility bonus too. So hopefully we'll get a son, and hopefully soon we'll knock off this wounded trait, because there is a slight possibility that wounded will kill you. Okay, I have to check and see what duchy is ours. Like, what are we under as far as de jure duchy claims? East Anglia. Okay. So we need to look for when the king makes this. For right now, what I'm going to want is, even though he's a 9, I want him to talk to the king. I want him to say, hey, king, you know, this Henry guy over in Norfolk, he's not a bad guy, you know, he's pretty cool. He's not that bad. There's actually a lot of places that you can enter Ireland from. There's 3 different spots that you can just walk across. That's amazing. Really? Edgar? Huh. Well, that's probably not going to get a whole bunch of boosts now, is it? Where can we find that? Factions. Here we go. So we can see the different factions against the king. There's not a lot of people that like the king. Not a lot. And, you know, they hate the king. A lot of people hate the king. So they're trying to find different claimants become king. This one's actually getting, it's the lower crown authority one, of course. They want to be able to try to war them. So we may see a war soon enough that I'm not really going to partake in. I've gotten what I've gotten. There's no need to try to attack my Norman king. Me and my Norman king, William the Conqueror, he conquered England. I'm not going to want to have to try to fight him for that. He's already done so much. He'll kill me in an instant. I can guarantee it. So we're not even going to try to do that. We're not even going to try to mess with it. What we're going to try to do now is just hunker down, sit, enjoy life, and try to get me and my beautiful wife, hopefully, to love each other enough to have some children. If I make her spy master, which she's a 9, not that bad. I could technically do it. It'll knock off that trait, and hopefully she'll want to have a child of some kind. But she doesn't want to at the moment, which is fine. That's doable, because we still have a lot of fertility bonuses. Hopefully, it'll still be fine. Surprisingly enough, he made a duchy in England before making the Duchy of Normandy, because that's what he was before this. It's what the king was. I'm surprised they changed him into looking so much different. He was a blonde-haired, he kind of looked like me without the facial hair and the scar, and he was older. It's kind of more what he looked like. So we recently got out of a war. Oh. I expressed my views of the whole religion and God thing a bit too loud and got into a lot of trouble with the priest because of it. God is dead. So my guys are, ooh. Oh, wow. To the weary Count Henry, may you live in harmony and contentment. We would like to appoint you as Chancellor. Oh, wow, this is a great prestigious condition. We have a diplomacy of 16, so we know our way around talking. The king has looked to us. He's like, this guy over here, this Henry guy, he's a good talker. And it looks like he can do pretty decent with trying to get people on his side. Let's have him be our chancellor. Let's have him do things for us. Of course I'll accept this most prestigious placement. Thank you, my lord. That is amazing. I'm so happy. So now, we're Breton? What? I thought we were Norman. Oh, dang it. That's annoying. Oh well. It's fine. We'll be Norman in our own eyes. How about that? We'll be fine. I mean, what's good is that we're Celtic, because I'm actually Celtic, which is cool, because I can actually do that. A lot of people called it Celtic, you know, and I don't think that's how it's said. I think it's Celtic. I think that's how you say it. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's Celtic. And if it is, I'm wrong. Oh well. We're going to go for a little bit more, just a little bit of time, you know. We'll boost it up to 3 speed for a little while, because we're not really doing a whole bunch. We're just kind of watching the world go round. So, of course, the biggest neighbor we have is the Holy Roman Empire. They are huge, and we're not going to want to fight them anytime soon. I mean, we're a great, prestigious kingdom of England. Everybody knows of England. Probably who we're going to want to war with, if the king does it, is France or Scotland. Either one of those two, they're just ripe for the picking. Because they're really bad. Right now, there's a kid as king. A 15-year-old kid as king. Come on, I mean, we're not much older, but come on. He's a kid. What is he going to do? I don't think he can actually raise up that big of a levy, I'm guessing. Now let's go ahead for a second and let's take a good look at the king's sons and daughters. Because we got Robert here. He's not really that nice of a guy. He's not really that good. So, and he's a count of Maine, which I think is right here. So he's ruling this, but he has a regent at the moment who is a better guy. A very good, well-rounded guy. But he's not really that good. Richard, though, on the other hand, is becoming quite the young boy. Of course, he has arbitrary, which isn't that good of a trait. But it's been dumbed down since before. Arbitrary actually used to be a really terrible trait. But it's been dumbed down, which is good. So I think we'll stop. I think we'll stop in February. February 1st is when we're going to stop. It's kind of more of an introduction to our brand new lives here in medieval world, I should say. Well, almost. Oh no, I'm ill and wounded. Oh gosh, that gives me a huge hit to my health. Oh wow. Here it goes. Here comes the Civil War to, I'm guessing, Lower Crown Authority, King William the Conqueror against Odo of the English Revolt. Odo, you're a Norman. You sound like a Norwegian. Oh good, I'm no longer ill. Ooh, I thought that was going to kill me, and I was about to be really upset. So we are with our king. We are not going to let these foul people take us over. There we go. Okay, sweet. Oh, wow, I said we were going to go till February. I lied. Let's stop here in April. Not really a comfortable place to start for the English. They have a pretty big army over here. They have about 10,000 men, maybe 10,500. But you can see just this stack alone is bigger than that. We may see our own settlement become taken, and I'm not going to raise up my personal levy for the king. I just won't do it. I have a decent personal levy, but I'm not going to allow the king to take my own personal men. I need those men to protect myself against any enemy of England, any enemy, any internal enemy of Norfolk. Trust me, if they lower this crown authority, they might be able to come after me for my lands. I can't have that. For right now, I have to make the king happy enough to give me a duke, give me a ducal title, the ducal title of East Anglia, of course. That is going to be our ultimate goal. But for right now, we have to try to get a son. That is going to be our biggest thing, is to get a son. Hopefully, we can have that happen in the next episode. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this roleplay series. I'm actually going to have a lot of fun with it because it's going to be like, oh, this is going to be cool. I can't wait to do this. This is going to be awesome. So, this is Glenn Games signing off in a dysfunctional England. Will the king win this English revolt? Will the English revolt topple the king? We'll have to see in the next episode, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys return for the second episode, because it's going to be nothing but action and weird little intrigue, probably by now. We'll have to see what we do. We have to better ourselves some way. But until then, this is Glenn Games. I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.